said to me, I think you're good at, if you were to study law, HR, or psychology, you would do it because you love to talk and you love to argue. Then I was like, okay, cool. Then I did what they call the other degree was non-degree papers. When you do two degrees at the same time, same university at the same time, one degree will be called non-degree papers. But I was very, very scared because my mom and dad said doctor, 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 and the whole village said doctor, doctor, doctor. Then I had to ask the professor to go talk to my dad because he was going to kill me if I divert. Then they did. Well, yeah, my parents disowned me for 3.5 years. So in that 3.5 years, that's where actually the real solid developed. In the dark, I developed a tenacity, to work. There's no job that you can think of that I didn't do. I work as a security guard because I had no money. I work as a security guard at school, doing my night shift, but I'll be studying because actually my mind says I'm not the security guard. I'm only doing this just really get paid so that I can just go do what I want to do. And I did, your gardening for people at church. I was a tutor for both psychology and sociology at the varsity. I did all this general working job. The entire Loftus, I'll go put posters. For those who are in Pretoria or from Pretoria or familiar with Pretoria, every time when there's rugby or soccer, I think there was rugby then because there was no soccer. Sundowns was not even allowed to play then. It was only pure rugby. When the Blues is playing in Pretoria, I'll be there, making sure that we put all the posters, but we get paid. And the carousel knows me as a bartender. I've cleaned the Standard Bank Arena, and this is the part where I was like, you can't take chances. You bought a ticket, so after cleaning, you need to place a ticket. Back in the day, they had to put a ticket on the chair. So your ticket in your hand versus the ticket on the thing must match. So you can't cut corners. So I did that part. When Michael Jackson came to South Africa, well, I think I'm disclosing my age now. When Michael Jackson actually came to South Africa for his concert at Standard Bank Arena, I used to wait, to be a waiter at Brooklyn Mall. I did all of that. I did my car wash. I opened the first car wash at the Res, and that's how it's about. And which is why sometimes it's when I get very, very hard on you guys and says, get yourself together. I mean it. This was me back in the days in medical school. Can you see the medics year 2022? I was in medical school, good people, and I was very, very frustrated. Very, very, very frustrated. I didn't want to do this. We're taken out for dinner. I hated this. Then, my girlfriend was very excited about this then, but I hated all of these things. Okay? But I'm just giving you this background to say it doesn't really matter where you start. It doesn't really matter where you start. A lot of people actually start as cleaners, call centers, drivers, whatever. But if you have that dream within you, you can make it. But don't let the dream die in your head. You heard me one time talk about I hate it when we bring interns or we bring people on to do job shadowing and they absolutely do nothing. I hate it because I was an intern myself. And I know what it means. This is where the whole thing started. I was an intern, I earn 1,000 rand and I live in Sunnyside. Those things that I've settled there. And I earn 1,000 rand, but somebody abused me because in that process of me being an intern, remember, I'm an intern with my honors degree. And this guy made me to photocopy all the time. I was making copies, I'm driving, I'm a driver. That's actually, I hate it when you bring people here and they come and do the photocopy. I hate it. Because you are insulting these people. I wanted Chilizi to come here because Chilizi is one of the people that Telho has identified as well to say, girl, we just want to make sure that your career blossom. Because you came here as an intern and we want to expose you, want to extract you, So then I got fired. I worked here for 3 months, then I got fired. I'm told that actually, because I opened my mouth, I said, but when are you going to expose me to the real work? Because my friends actually are talking about they're doing this and doing that during lunch. And he says, he wrote me, well, he told me in some HR complicated language to say, we regret to inform you that your contract with us is terminated summarily. I mean, you can't be telling an intern that. What are you saying? And then he says, you are dismissed. So I didn't get the word dismissed at varsity. I didn't read that. There was no word called dismiss or summary termination, nothing. But the word fired, I understood. So the following morning I came back to work because I didn't hear what he said. And then while I'm busy again, I'm doing my photocopying, and then he said, yeah, it started getting very aggro with things. And then he told me that I'm fired. So the word fired, I understood. Then I went to his office, I looked at him, I was crying. And I said to him, you know, remember that 1,000 rand I was paying my rent, my food, my everything. Then I said to him, one of these good days, I'm gonna hire you and I'm gonna fire you. I told him that, I was crying. I was so hurt because I didn't know. I mean, I'm from Guyana. I don't know nobody here. My parents and my dad, lived in Ivory Park. Before Ivory Park, was really established, the real Mkugo village. But nevertheless, remember what I said, about this guy? That one of these good days I'm gonna hire you and fire you. This was my salary slip, but that 1,000 rand that I was talking about. No deduction, nothing. I was getting it that 1,000 rand. As an intern, getting my 1,000. Then actually, I did this job again at University of Pretoria. That was my salary per hour. So I'm giving you this thing to say it doesn't really matter where you are right now. It doesn't. If you have that dream, you can change that 24 rand per hour into 250,000 rand per month. You can. Because it's all up to you. It is your growth has nothing to do with Soli or Telco, nothing whatsoever, or your line manager. Your growth has to do with you. It's in your hands. So I did that. A lot of people that despise the small beginnings. Never ever despise the small beginnings. Then again, I work for this. So remember, from 1,000 rand, now I'm earning like the real big money, 2,200. Now I moved to Vista now. From Pretoria University lecturing, now I'm lecturing psychology and sociology at Vista. And listen, do you understand what I'm talking about? From 1,000 rand to 2,200, woo, that's more than 100%. No, forget about the 50%, it's 100% salary increase for me. It was a lot of money. Then actually, look, I could, with that, I think it happened 2 weeks apart when I got this job. One of my professors said, oh, you're not working? I said, yeah, they fired me that side. I said, oh, okay, come here. But remember, my heart was still sore because of that guy who made me to photocopy. Yet I had degree, an honest degree for that matter. Don't insult people.
Oh, sorry.
So I'm showing you this, that the day I was a skills development facilitator, meaning my job will be just to look at all the skills development needs in the business. My boss made me act, Henny. When my boss was away, he made me act. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grab this. He wrote actually acting skills, acting manager for skills planning. I was like, I'm grabbing this thing. One day, I'm gonna become a manager. I grabbed this, I took this letter. I've got files. You can see that this is from the folder. Yeah. I've got files and I took this thing, I was praying over it and I was like, Lord, one day, I'm very close now to become a manager. Because I didn't want. So just imagine, this is a guy who was a security guard. This is a guy who was a gardener. This is a guy who packed the books in the library. Then when we talk about the urban thing, then so my job started getting very clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer. I was like, oh, this thing, skills development, and now doing the urban thing. That's actually like, the guys in HR, they know for sure that they can't, the HR stuff, I think I've been around the block. I know this game. All right. So then, Henny, I also tried because I've got I'm a certified Prince 2 and a PMBOK, project management. So I was like, man, so I had to diversify my skills. Somebody says, you know what? Don't have one skill set. You got to get in there and make yourself big, whether with the labor relations, whether with the transformation, whether with the skills development, whether with the project management. He said that will make you be this person, their person. And I did this, and I worked with this guy, this company, as a project manager. For the money or clothes today, that must never deter you from running your race, going to go get what you want to go get. It must never deter you. It must never deter you. I'm gonna look at them, just look at them.
I wanna ask him what is M or SKL.
SKL for graduation. SKL for graduation. And then lastly, I just want to say, she's been that pillar, the greatest mommy. She's been my support. My mom was a fighter. My mom never took no for an answer. Zero whatsoever. And my mom will tell you that all things are possible. All things are possible. So if you put your mind into it, all things are possible. So the words, when you see me sometimes actually bullying you, pushing you, it's because actually I've got a fighting spirit in me that says you don't dare give up on yourself. Because I'm trying to stretch you. Some of you actually are gonna get so angry, so pissed off with me because it's because I see the potential in you. That's why I do that. It's because I see a potential in you. And life is very, very crazy. You know what's happening now? We have the AI that's coming. 90% of the jobs that we have today is going to be obsolete. It's going to be obsolete. Our brothers that are working in the, the garage, the filling station, the EV cars are coming. All the HR, how do we do the better HR? You know what's a new HR now? It's data analytics. That's a new HR. That's a new HR. So the words actually all the time that really propels me to keep moving and to keep fighting is when one time Henny just completed my matric. I'm in the bus. My mom is walking me to the bus station. I'm in the bus, and my mom said, open the window, and she says, she gave me 5 rand. You know the big 5. When I say big 5 rand, yeah, you know.
All days we
that big 5 rand, the paper one, and then I took the 5 rand. I'm going to UP. The only language that I know how to speak is Shana. I didn't see no white people in Guyana. Zero. There was no Sutu people, Zulu people, whatsoever. The only language I know how to speak is Shana or Tsonga. Guess what happened? My mom says, here's the money. You know for sure that mommy does not have. But I'm leaving you in the hands of the Lord, and I know for sure that you will make it, regardless of what you go through. I tell you what, she had cooked the chicken early in the morning, same day, around about 4 o'clock, and some pap that she read with faduk. I did not eat the chap. I did not. I cried all the way from Guyana until Petersburg, because it's like, I felt that wave. I was not even a Christian then, but I felt that wave. Like, man, what did she say? I'm leaving you in the hands of the Lord, and I know for sure that in whatever you go through, you'll make it. I took that. So it doesn't really matter what hits me. I've got those words that propels me to stand up again. It doesn't really matter. So I wanna leave you with these words. This is the last slide. I wanna leave you with these words. You cannot teach potential. You can't. You cannot. The skills, I don't have an issue. I'll get a consultant come and help you. But the potential, no. And which is why right now I'm giving each and every one of you an opportunity to unearth your talent. We always said this with Tshepo that, listen, I don't even know. We don't want to be criminal. We don't want to be horrible. We don't want to be nasty on you. We'll give each and every one of you an opportunity. But it's in entirely up to you to mess it up or to make it succeed. So if you don't make it work, don't ever blame your line manager, don't ever blame the company, because it is entirely in your hands. Entirely. Your career growth right now, it's in your hands, never in my hands. It's you. How hungry are you? What extra load can you take? Huh? Can the team rely on you? Can the business rely on you? Can your fellow team members rely on you? Or they can only rely on you for gossips? But when it comes to something that makes the rubber hit that bloody road, can they rely on you to say, you know what? We all stand up and say, we all got this. We're giving you this opportunity of your lifetime. Make it work. Maybe your career. Because you guys, I know most of your backgrounds. I do know that if you mess up, you block that lineage to succeed. So right now, I'm saying to everyone who's listening, go make it work. It may be small right now, but let me tell you something. When you close your eyes and open them after 5 years, can you see yourself as a manager? Can you see yourself as an executive? Can you see yourself as a CEO? If you can't see nothing, don't blame me. Don't blame me. Because it's about what you see yourself, not what I see what I see. I see what I see. But I can't see for you. By the way, most of you have to break that cycle of poverty and curses in your respective homes. And you become their first one to have studied this, their first one to earn $1 million, their first one to be, recognized as this, their first one to be educated, their first one, to live a comfortable life. Hey, there are a whole lot of people that are watching you. There are a whole lot of people that are relying on you to make it work. So if this was a boot camp, I was going to say, get yourself together. Thank you.
So do you know what I'm thinking?